Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 24th episode of Dokidoki Precure. So, let's get into the episode. 3, 2, 1, play. I was starting with some Makoto stuff. I'm sure the rest of that was great. Wish I could have been there for it. As expected. But, are you not feeling great? Well, maybe not for that directly, but... yeah, I think plenty of good has come from your singing. And she is our ace, alright. Just smacking it back like it's no big deal. As expected of an ace. Maybe we should talk to her. That's saying something. Oh, well, there you go. She did come over. But yeah, and also she is voiced by Kukimiri, I did check, so that's nice, that's cool. So yeah, okay. Welcome to our circle of friends. Three, two, one. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, one of the Precures in Mahotsukai Precure was, you know, like a baby, so... they can get pretty young. Hello, hello. I mean, technically the baby had a bit of a growth spurt, but still. If we're talking years of existence, she's just pretty young. Lucky, Precure. You know, I want to sing along with the happy love part, and I've done it before, but it might be the most embarrassing to say out loud part of the opening song. I think it might be. Like, I especially felt that the last time I said it. And our sponsor segment. Bum 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 bum. And what is our title? A retirement? No, you can't retire from being an idol. That is not okay. But yeah, they get along quite well. When did they even first meet? Food? Would you like some? You're welcome to join us, fellow Precure. What? Is that a good sign? Well, she likes it. Maybe she's in the wrong show. Maybe she should go to Shokeki no Soma instead. Wow, she's becoming close to Mana real quick. I should try to remember her name, Aguri. She's like half his size, if that. he's a good butler. Oh, this is where this is going. She gonna be a big part of the reason why she retires from Idol? Somebody's getting defensive. I guess she would be the expert on that. Well, we do know that there's been some of that. We had that previous scene. Well, sure, but you can't blame Makoto for all that. So yeah, just in general, I think she's, yeah, not super satisfied with our group. Bye-bye. Yeah, the baby that can't read the air at all. Understandably. Your fans? I don't think you should do that. Like, I get the reasoning, but... I mean, the title made it clear this is where it was going, but... Well, do you have a plan, Mana? A plan to get her to not do that? Are we hiding? What are we doing? What's the plan here? Let's go. What? Oh my god, that was great. How did you think that would ever convince her? That's what obviously what screwed up the plan. That was, if it wasn't for that, it would have went swimmingly. Of course, she is the one that swung this one. Not to make a scene or anything. I mean, it was better than Mana's plan, but... Did you really think that? I can know these are middle schoolers, so I don't expect the biggest of brain plays from them, but... There's some naivety to some of these ideas. Makopi, sing to my baby to make her feel better. Only you can do such a thing. This might be the best plan she's had so far. You know, because it'd be like a real example of benefits that her songs can do. Well, yeah, but baby crying. Well, no, but you're the only Precure singer. Poka poka. Well, you're not busy right this second. Like, I mean, the Precure thing is definitely really important, so it's really hard to argue against prioritizing that. I don't want her to completely quit singing. Gotta love having an encouraging personal mascot. Oh yeah, we had others show up, didn't we? Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's not really intended to be eaten. That's why. Got a savage eats bowling balls. I mean, I guess you can't really argue against that. Even bad guys watching Mako P concerts. I don't like the way he's looking at her. That's not a good sign. Yeah, it somehow doesn't surprise me. He was pretty adamant about not singing anymore. Yeah, Makoto, are you sure you don't want to go do that? Okay, so she is planning on doing at least one more. Which makes sense, obviously. It's kind of selfish. But what if I do it anyway? Yeah, he looks like a trustworthy individual. Let's do what he says. So she's gonna become a giant microphone. I don't think you were invited. A giant microphone. I feel like I'm in the head of the writers now. I also like how the giant microphone is holding a microphone. Yeah, it's a triple because we're missing Makoto. O, V, E. Now we get just to enjoy watching them transform again. There's nothing worse than a microphone that's lost its love. Yeah, you can't ruin it. Oh wow, that's actually a pretty cool move. Hey, can we like turn it off and make it where it can't speak anymore? I want to believe that's how it works, because you see the big old switch on the front. Wow. So yeah, of course it's very nosy, because like a reporter, like the paparazzi. That makes sense. Asking a bunch of personal questions. Yeah, I'm entitled to it, don't you know that? Yes, that's what it is. Okay, come on. I got candy for you. Dabby da dabby da dabby. What exactly are we doing? Oh, princess communication? Okay, that's cool. I didn't know we could do that. Yeah, if anyone can encourage her to keep singing, it would be the princess, for sure. I just didn't think this was possible. So they did have value after all. It's okay to keep singing. So please do. Back when the princess could move. Good times. Ah, you're in the way. Literally everyone. There you go. Now all there's left to do is get out there. Because, you know, your Precure friends could probably use some help right about now. Man, the Precure's defeated by our microphone. Oh, there we go. Cure sword, the best one for cutting cables. You're welcome. Because there's nothing more pure in this universe than the singing of a Precure. Making the world a better place. But... and that's what matters. Does it... I mean, I think that's a reasonable amount of selfishness. I mean, doing a hobby because you have fun with it is entirely reasonable. In this case, a lot of people also get happiness from it, so... Oh, there she is. I wonder how many times I has been said in this episode. You know, considering one of the characters' name died. Okay. I mean, Mona's always done a pretty good job of that. Cupid. Yeah, here we go. Our ace coming into the fold. Into the game. She gets the fancy stuff. Man, that still looks so good. So that's why the girl is winking that one pose. for that purpose. It was never your stage. You were just mistaken. You can take your hat back. There is none there. That's why he won't win. Her makeup kit as her weapon. And there you go. And this is your episode, so you should get in there. Any more questions? That's what I thought. Yeah, let's patch that up real quick. And now we can have our concert. All those fans that would have definitely been disappointed if you quit singing. He is just not able to see anything back there. I feel it. Mon. Still our biggest fan. Mon. And then we get the ED concert. I would still love if we actually got this in the show. I know I've said that too many times, but since this was a Makoto focus episode, that thought's really at the front of my mind. Because they could do it like in this episode, they were at the concert. She could just be like, "Hey guys, get on stage with me for this next one." That'd be great, but nah, probably not. Probably not gonna happen. Yeah. Last episode was a monofocus episode, right? And this time I had a Makoto focus episode. Wonder if everyone's gonna get their turn. Probably, because it kind of seems like we're doing a thing where everyone's kind of like awakening to their true love-based Precure self. I don't know how to phrase it. Because Aguri was talking about that, the power of love and how integral important it is to be in a Precure. So we can definitely have a bit more. We could definitely do that with the other two characters as well. Have them work through some of their issues, through some of their doubts, right? We might get that as the next couple episodes. Where's my cursor? There it is. Okay. Well, I saw the Butler be mentioned, so Alice is probably going to be the next focus. So that was the 24th episode of Dokidoki Precure, and a pretty good one. Like I actually kind of felt like Makoto hasn't had a whole lot of focus lately, right? I mean, just in general, Regina's had a lot of focus. So I guess it kind of feels like we're taking a quick step back, like backing off a little bit from the Regina stuff to give a bit more focus on our Precures themselves, right? Which makes sense. That's fine. That's a good idea, right? And of course, Aguri. I hope I'm getting her name right. It's something like that, right? Aguri. Yeah, she kind of seems very much like a Precure senpai. Like she seems to know just a lot. Like Makoto was kind of already that role, right? The Precure senpai. Like she was known as the last Precure, I think. And I think they even commented on that in the episode itself. But, you know, clearly Aguri seems to know some stuff that she doesn't know. Like, she's the one that kind of somewhat helped guide Makoto this episode, right? I mean, and the princess, they had the important part, but Aguri still kind of like put her down this path of like really taking a look inward, to be able to eventually get over it, right? That's kind of what Aguri's been doing, really trying to essentially just trying to get the most out of these Precures, because she sees them very much kind of like half-assing it, like, yeah, what's the Japanese word? Chunpaham, I can never remember it, but basically like half-heartedly doing something. And yeah, she kind of wants everyone to level up, essentially, as in regards to being a Precure. And so far we kind of had that a little bit with Mana last episode and Makoto this episode, kind of reaffirming themselves, their beliefs, and who they are as a Precure. And I look forward to seeing that with the other two characters as well. Alice, presumably going to be the next one. From one little other preview I unfortunately watched because I couldn't find my cursor, because it can sometimes get lost on my triple monitor setup. Unfortunately, it's a very tiny thing. Okay, so yeah, but basically, I mean, I didn't even get to the concrete stuff about what Makoto's issue was, but she had the whole singing thing, and apparently that was a big part of that, was trying to find the princess, right? But now that they kind of found the princess, right? And she basically lost faith that the singing had any value, like there's any reason to continue doing it. And when it's brought up that might be taken away from the Precure stuff, she's just really thinking, should I continue doing it? I mean, that was really the root of her issue. Should I not continue singing? Obviously, Mana thinks she should. We had a couple scenes, hilarious scenes, of Mana trying to, like, basically doing harebrained schemes to get her to keep singing. Like, she wore a mask, a princess mask, right? Which, now that I think about it, that kind of could have been a foreshadowing for the fact that she communicated with the princess later in the episode, and that actually is what did it. But yeah, the mask was not all that convincing. And she called him Makopi, so really it had no chance to succeed. But we even had like Alice whip up an orchestra or whatever, which also didn't work. Getting her to sing to the baby also didn't work. I mean, they did their best. Like, none of that worked, but it was hilarious, so it was definitely screen time well used, right? So, yeah, I'm definitely curious what Aguri's deal is, though. Like, because we never heard of her before recently, and Makoto was kind of known as the last Precure, so I wonder if we'll get some more clarification on some of that stuff. Because her transformation seems to be, I mean, quite clearly is tied to Iwachan in some way. Like, Iwachan shoots, I think she shoots power out of her belly or something to allow her to Precure it up. But yeah, before we knew it, she was already like jumping into the battle and stuff. We didn't really see exactly where she came from, when this even started, when she even met Iwachan. Like, we don't really know much about her, so maybe we'll get some more about her later on. That'd be nice. She obviously has one of the better transformation sequences. Like, it really feels that they threw an extra budget in hers, especially with some of the fire reanimations and the petals and stuff. Like, there was a lot went into that, for sure. Like, she really does feel like the Cure, the Emerald one, like the Emerald from Mahotsukai Precure. She feels like that for this show. Like, really, like in almost every regard, she feels like that. But I think that's pretty much everything I have to say on the episode. I'm glad she didn't quit singing. You know, she found out why she just does it, because she has fun with it. She loves it. Also, people love seeing her do it. So you might be able to call that selfish, I guess, if you really go through some mental gymnastics. But it's fine. It's fine, Makoto. Please continue to sing. I like how a reporter was the bad guy of the episode, right? Just she became a giant microphone. I don't know why that was amusing to me. Probably because I guessed it, but I mean, what is a reporter really but a giant microphone that bothers you? That's basically a reporter in a nutshell. So I got some amusement out of that. So yeah, next episode seems like it'll be Alice focused. That'll be cool if that's the case, and I look forward to seeing that. Until then, bye bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.